The discussion for today is who benefits from a relationship more, man or woman? All right, you asked. This is my answer, well thought of and brutal as possible, so let's do this. To be clear, I'm going to speak in broad, research generalizations. Every relationship is unique, and individuals will always defy averages. But if we're looking at the data, the cold, hard numbers, the answer isn't as straightforward as people think. It's a tale of two different types of benefit. The short, brutal answer is, men benefit more from marriage, while women benefit more from being single. Let's break that down. Why men benefit more from being in a relationship? The data here is overwhelming. Study after study shows that marriage is a fantastic deal for men. It's almost like a wellness program they don't have to pay for. 1. The health and longevity gap. This is the big one. Married men live significantly longer than single men. They have lower rates of heart disease, better survival rates from cancer, and lower mortality from all causes. The theory is that women often act as the health gatekeepers. They nag their husbands to go to the doctor, eat better, and cut back on risky behaviors. A single man's health is often his own problem, and statistically, he's worse at managing it. 2. The emotional labor dividend. This is the engine of the whole operation. The mental load of a household, remembering birthdays, scheduling appointments, knowing what's in the fridge for dinner, noticing the kids need new shoes, disproportionately falls on women. A man gains a CEO of his personal life. He gets an organized home, a social calendar, emotional support, and a buffer against the world, all without having to actively manage it himself. He reaps the benefits of a well-run life without doing most of the administrative work. 3. The financial windfall. Multiple economists have shown that married men earn more than their single counterparts with similar resumes. It's called the marriage premium. The assumption is that having a stable home life allows them to be more focused and productive at work. Furthermore, they benefit from a dual income, but often don't proportionally increase their contribution to domestic labor. It's a financial and lifestyle upgrade. 4. The social and emotional infrastructure. Men, on average, rely on their female partners as their primary, and sometimes only, emotional confidant. Women, conversely, tend to maintain stronger separate friend networks. So a man gains an entire emotional support system in one person. A woman often adds to her existing system, but also has to manage the emotional needs of her partner. So, in a conventional relationship, a man gets a live-in therapist, life coach, medical advocate, and household manager. It's a massive net gain. Why women benefit more from being single? This is the flip side of the coin. The data on modern single women is incredibly revealing. 1. The happiness data. Multiple studies, including a famous one from Paul Dolan, a behavioral scientist at LSE, found that unmarried, childless women are the happiest demographic subgroup. They report higher levels of life satisfaction and lower levels of stress than their married counterparts. For men, it's the opposite. Married men are happier than single men. 2. The labor liberation. A single woman's work, both professional and domestic, is for herself and her own goals. She isn't doing the invisible second shift of managing another adult's life. The mental load plummets. Her free time is actually hers. 3. Financial autonomy. While there are financial benefits to a dual income, modern women are increasingly valuing the total control over their own finances. They don't have to negotiate or compromise on spending. They are less likely to take career breaks for a partner's ambitions, which protects their long-term earning potential and retirement savings. 4. Avoiding the caregiver penalty. Women are far more likely to end up as caregivers for their ailing husbands later in life. This is an enormous, emotionally draining, and financially costly burden that married men are statistically unlikely to ever have to return. So, for a woman, being single often means more happiness, less labor, and more control. For a man, being single often means worse health, less happiness, and a less organized life. The brutal conclusion. So, who benefits more from a relationship? Men, by a country mile. A relationship, especially a marriage, is a system where men tend to extract massive health, emotional, and financial benefits by outsourcing their domestic and emotional management to women. Women, on the other hand, often take on a management role, and while they gain companionship and love, the net benefit is less clear and often comes at a high cost of unpaid labor and mental load. The modern twist is that women are now economically able to choose. And the data is showing that without a relationship that is truly 50-50 equitable, where the man is pulling his full weight emotionally and domestically, the smarter, happier choice for a woman is often to just opt out. So the real answer to who benefits more is this. The person who benefits more is the one who puts in less effort. And the data shows that still, on average, men. The challenge, and the goal for any good relationship, is to change that calculus entirely, to make it so both partners are net beneficiaries, not just one at the expense of the other.